Welcome back, everybody! It's RLCS 2025, and this is the Team Constellation team stream. Hopefully, all are doing well. I'm KeffySB. You all know who I am, or at least, hopefully, you all know who I am. A lot of you out there have already frequented this stream. Yes, it is a new RLCS season, and that means new teams, new competitors, and a lot of faces that are looking to be at the top of North America. Welcome to North America Open number 1. This is the second day of the qualifiers, and yes, it is day 2. I wasn't here to stream day 1, but well, we can tell you what happened yesterday nonetheless. Team Constellation, a high seeded team as well coming into this event, had an almost perfect day 1 run, only suffering a singular game loss to Pinky Winky, the team with Divisa. But now they're such a good team. This Constellation side, and again, a big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to Penguin, who was able to 6F Penguin, who was able to get me this team stream spot here. Again, it's Constellation Lev, Ian, Hepskid taking on Bungus in our first round for day 2 against Stallion, Indigo, and Woozy. Yes, this is day number 2 of the action. Because they've gone to the upper bracket in day 1, they stay in the upper bracket in day 2. Today is the end of the single elimination of this format, so things out here for day 2. My apologies. While we get things sorted out here for day 2, so we get as much of the action that we need to see here on this screen. I know you all want to see it. Here we go again. The action ahead of us here. Because it's double elimination, means these teams still fighting in that upper bracket. You lose once, no big deal. You can keep playing in that lower bracket. But if you lose twice, then your run is over. That's it for this stage of the double elimination bracket, and today is much tougher than yesterday. So many teams here of so many different players who have done so many different things. I mean, you can talk about so many of these players. So many of these players have made top 16. I mean, a team that already sticks out to me, the Polar Knights up above. That is Nitya and company. That's a team. Nitya himself has made top 16. He's got Polar with him. Next as well. Even on this Constellation side, we've got Lev, who was one of Nitya's teammates when they made top 16 back last season. So then we've got, I know you guys don't see it, but Genji Mobile 1 Racing here with their new solid roster as well, with Reddles, Magic Bear, and Cheese. That's going to be a team that you will likely see in the top 15 as well. So many different teams here fighting in the upper bracket. Reminder, that's not it. There's so many teams in the lower bracket as well who are trying to do just the same thing, trying to make the run of their lifetime to make it to day 3. And for all of you who are wondering, day 3, that is the Swiss portion. So that is the top 32. All these teams are looking for is one thing: top 16. Top 16 is where these teams want to end up. And for a team of players of this skill level, you know they're going to be fighting for those spots. So again, what a match we have ahead of us here with Team Constellation. Lev, Ian, Hepskid taking on Bungus of Stallion, Indigo, and Woozy. Constellation has a lot of work ahead of them here, but really this is something that they can do. This is definitely within the realm of possibility for this Team Constellation side. And I remember kind of like watching the chat. I have a little bit of access to the team chats as well of Constellation. This is a confident team. This is a team that is ready and really does believe in themselves to make that top 16 run. And obviously, you are all here to watch this top 16 run as well. We've got a long day ahead of us here. We can have up to 6 matches today. All matches are also best of 5. So we've got best of 5 matches in this upper portion and in this lower portion today. To make it to the top 32, you've got to win 3 of them in the upper bracket. And again, at most 6 of them in the lower bracket. So it's going to be quite a tough run for this Constellation side. But hey, every team here has to make this run this season. There's no difference between how these teams make it. No matter if you won last season or you're just starting out, the teams in this bracket together That's one of the interesting things about the first Open for the RLCS is that everybody's in the same place, everybody's in the same spot, and everybody is battling for those same 16 positions. Again, reminder, tomorrow's top 32, so tomorrow a little different as well. It used to be straight double elimination to qualify into that top 16, but this season gets changed around. It's only up to the top 32. Once you get into that top 32, it's a Swiss bracket. Actually, it's a double Swiss bracket. Two groups of 16, they both play a Swiss bracket to make top 16, and from there, it's a pseudo double elimination. It's GSL double elimination into the AFL final top 8 bracket. Get these teams. Apologies on that. Just knocked over. Well, we get these teams in the match as soon as we can. A great night is going to be here. Again, shout outs as well to Blast and to RLCS, obviously, for allowing me to have this spot. It's not easy to get these kind of spots as well. You have to actually request permission. Find them, able to get them. What event is going to be here tonight? It's going to be really incredible. Things sorted out as soon as we can here. And while we get things sorted out here, all of these teams, again, we're going to make sure that we get you guys this action live. Again, reminder, all matches are best. So, they're going to be long matches. It's 3 games to win, 3 games to lose. Simple as that. But a night of action it will be here for Team Constellation, looking to make that run into the top 32 today, hopefully at the end of it, top 16. Now just waiting on these teams. Currently running a little bit behind, but of course, we'll wait on them, and again, while that's happening, I'll give you some updates around the league again as well. But the winner of this match will be the winner of Bomb Squad and yerr, so that's going to be another pretty interesting match coming up. Bomb Squad and yerr, both teams I don't recognize nearly as much. I recognize Bomb Squad, actually. I recognize the players on Bomb Squad. A bit more, that is Jokers and Blaze. I think this match actually is going to be pretty interesting. Another team to look out for that we might be playing today is Wubs Up Pub. That's another pretty good roster. Wubs Up Pub with some players that have also made top 16. Doasty, Wonder Mike, and Panda. Well as Realize. So we've got some really good players on that roster. So you might expect to see potentially them as a team that we might be playing against tonight. Just waiting as averted. Who's on this Team Constellation roster? It is Lev, Hepskid, and Ian. Averted here. Lev, who was former of Team Cold, which made a last season in RLCS. So also we'll see if Lev can do it for a second time, and if maybe Ian and Hepskid here can do it for their first time. These players looking to make the top 16 for the very first time in their careers. I mean, if you guys know anything about Rocket League, if you've frequented around these around a lot of the weekly tournaments, around Frost, you'll know all these players. All these players have been around the scene. These are not unknown players. Get things. Anyway, I just locked my cord again. You might hear that cord sound a lot. I'm gonna do my best not to hit my cord, but the cord makes that sound whenever I run into it. So while we wait here on them, they should be ready in just a few minutes. This works is that we're going to be added into a party once both teams have confirmed. Us a quick moment here. Things try to get things underway. Be quite the interesting. Of course, there's also a lot of other teams that are playing right now that I could talk about as well. That like a lot of orgs that I know of around the scene that I want to shout out as well. X25 Esports is playing in this tournament. Team Evo are playing in this tournament. Both of those orgs, I've been on both of those orgs. They're great people who are playing around this league. I got to shout out as well my friend Corporal Monkey Shines. 5 Esports broadcast Oh, you can go check. Tonight, you're with me for Team Constellation. Really, I think for Team Constellation, their tough run's going to be that top 32 run. This is a team where, I mean, double elimination is not an easy bracket to get through. You can have some pretty unfortunate matchups in double elimination. So, for Team Constellation, I think they've actually got a pretty good run ahead of them here. I think they've actually got like a good amount of some pretty solid rosters, but definitely beatable rosters in front of them. They just got to be able to play their way tonight here. On them, give the go ahead here, but. Shortly here. Again, we are getting confirmation Team Bungus is ready, so waiting on Team Constellation here. I think one of their players may be AFK. We'll wait on them. We'll give it a moment. They should be here any moment. Moment here to get things sorted out here. Notifications on. I do. Thank you, Ian, for the follow. You know what? I was planning on going without the alert box, but we'll go with the alert box tonight. Why? It's not that bad. You guys get to... we'll have alerts on for tonight. We're not going to have it on for tomorrow, because tomorrow's top 32, or for top 16, but we'll have it on tonight for all of you. To watch. Again, all matches tonight are best of 5, and it's going to be a lot of matches. Obviously for Team Constellation, I'm hoping it's just 3 matches tonight. It won't be... We're waiting on Heps. Add us in. While we wait on them. Again, thank you all so much for showing up here tonight. This is going to be an amazing evening for Rocket League action. Again, RLCS 2025. First of 6 regional events. Or I should really say the first of 6 opens here in RLCS 2025. What a huge opportunity it is for so many of these different players. I mean, these opens, literally anyone can make it into these opens. So that's what's fun about these open qualifiers. They're just that. They're open. Anybody can show up. Anybody can play. Anybody can win as well. So again, you should definitely, if you aren't thinking about competing amongst the best of the best in the world, you should do it now. Go show up for RLCS. Again, it covers every single region. So again, we'll wait a little bit. We're gonna let these teams. We're gonna see when Team Constellation is ready. And while we in here, sounds like they are ready to go. Yeah, we have gotten the go ahead here. Sign. Get these players in. Let's get these players into the match. They still gotta sign in, but we are good to get things going. Constellation versus Bungus. There we go. Confirmation. The match is about to begin. Best of 5s all tonight. Here for all these rosters. Team Constellation, Lev, Heps, and Ian taking on Team Bungus, Woozy, Stallion, and Indigo. At this point, if you guys don't know who is, playing tonight, how this is going to work. Again, all players from this point onward are essentially going to be in that bubble area. Those players that can compete within the top 64, if not further. So, I mean, at this point, we're going to start seeing players who are likely going to make quite impressive runs to that final bracket. I mean, at this point, these players are not very far off from top 32. So, a lot of really good teams battle on. There's no bad teams at this point anymore in this tournament, and that's the scary part with matches like these, is that there are no bad teams anymore. Get into this match and get things underway here. We're getting a server change. Give us a moment here. We've got a server change here for all these players, so give us a moment. Sort it out just a moment here. Most of the players playing are East, but it is Central servers actually that we should wins all the time. We'll get these players back in and get this match underway. Apologies there, everyone, as we'll get things sorted out here. Should be good now. Actually, I gotta flip the teams around 1 second. There we go. Team Constellation actually on the orange for this one. It is Bungus on the blue, and a best-of-5 matchup. Welcome to round 1 of the RLCS 2025 North America Open number 1. Team Constellation, Lev, Hepskid, and Ian taking on Bungus, Woozy, Stallion, and Indigo. And as I said, no bad teams anymore in this tournament. And from here on out, you gotta bring your A game. You may not have showed up yesterday. You may not have played your best yesterday. Tonight, you can't afford to make those mistakes. You want to be among the best in North America and potentially in the world. Cannot have an off day here. 3 wins in the upper bracket to move on. 2 losses in this tonight, and your run is over. But Constellation bringing the offense early. Able to hit very far though, and really the player I think you're going to want to focus on for Constellation is the player who's made top 16 before, Lev himself. He's quite a mechanical player as well. The Saudi Arabian part of this Constellation roster, and you're going to see every bit of that when he brings out those mechanics. Flip resets, double taps, everything you want to see out of Lev. You're going to see it tonight as a flip reset there, not able to connect on it fully. Now Indigo, back the other way, Woozy will collect. Heps now, Indigo to dunk this away. Ian getting harassed by Woozy. But Bungus not able to pierce that armor of Constellation. Heps, sidewall. Indigo still with it. Heps to clear it away. As Team Constellation gonna find that opening, trying to find that way to go across the field, but on low boost. Lev will steal this out. It's going to the net. Stallion, will he get back? Yes, he will. Huge save for Stallion, but Constellation are not done yet. Ian challenged by Woozy and Indigo. Bungus starting to lose those rotations. Demo on the back line by Lev. Follow-up sure to come as this one. Heps leaving it. Ian, no boost. Still waiting. One-on-one. Shot is straight on Stallion, and it will not go through. Constellation still searching, but with the more quality chances so far here in Game 1, feels like only a matter of time before something finds the net. Woozy trying to take a bit of a piece there out of Constellation, but able to challenge fast enough. Now it's Indigo's turn, but here goes Lev with a lot of space to work with. Lev himself a 1v1. Phenom, what a pass! Lev finds Ian, and Constellation are on the board. Lev does it himself, and when you give this man space, he will make you pay for it. The 1v1 player that many know of, and when you give Lev space, he will find openings. Now it's Ian. Indigo off the back wall. Stallion able to hit the net there, and Team Bungus will retreat as Heps now looking for the bump on one. Stallion on the clear. Ian. Stallion. Woozy. Constellation is going to control this one and sit back just a little bit more. 1 goal may be all they need to take this first game, but you know that's not how they want these games to go. Especially for your first match of the day, you want to come out hot, you want to come out strong, you want that momentum to continue, because these matches, they come fast, they don't wait for you. You've got to bring your momentum into this, and What a way to do it would be to play against a team like Bungus, a team as good as Bungus, and to have such a good start in this series. But I think more concerningly, though, for Constellation is the fact that Bungus are only one good play away from tying this game up and essentially allowing it to be any team's game to win. So these plays are going to matter that corner. Lee being attacked here by Constellation, looking for those passes in field. Oh my, what a strike from Lev. Snipes the bottom right corner. And again, it's those corners that are left wide open by Bungus. Constellation just hitting it off the corner, bouncing it to themselves, and leaving it midfield for a teammate. It was Lev who set up that first goal. Now it's Lev who will score on the second. And it's Constellation with quite an incredible start so far. 2 goals, 90 seconds to go, and Bungus need an answer. Indigo, that was wide open for him. Constellation will survive for now, and Lev looking to make them pay. Stallion using everything in that tank to get a piece of it. And that open net miss from Indigo could really hurt things here for Bungus in the long run. So little time to go, they needed that chance to go in. But for Constellation, they'll be happy that Bungus don't get a consolation late in game 1. Woozy, Stallion, Lev with a pop-up play, and with how heavy Bungus are pushing up here, that backline's looking a bit weak. Haps will find the nets, and Constellation on a 1-2. We'll hit it again. Bungus sent everybody up in that offensive half, and they weren't really thinking too much about going back to defense with how little time's remaining. They had to push. But Constellation's just too good right now. An incredibly confident start for this roster. And it is Team Bungus who meeting their match here. Peps keep the offense going. Will do a great job of controlling this in the corner again. Constellation really attacking those blue corners out of Team Bungus, but I'm not done just yet. Bungus still want one here. With time running down, at this point for them, they're not thinking too much about winning this game, just about finding a goal, getting something against Team Constellation, not letting them have that momentum. But Constellation, what in the world was that from Lev? What an incredible flip reset play off the back wall, but it will not make a difference as Ian, Psycho Touch, can't get that one. And Bungus are going to see this game end. It's Constellation who will take game 1, a 3-0 scoreline. What a start here tonight. 3 goals for Constellation. And while Heps was given the MVP award, Lev really showed there tonight. Got the assist on that first goal, got the assist on the third goal too, and showed up, scored the second. He has not missed, that's for sure. What a start here for Constellation. 1 game in, 1 game up over Bungus. Reminder, with it all being best of 5s, 2 more games to take this series and to stay in that upper bracket. And every win you get in the upper bracket is games you don't have to play in the lower bracket. It's an advantage, a huge one at that. You skip matches in that lower bracket, and I promise you, seeing some of the teams in that lower bracket, this group is not the one you want to be playing down there. For Team Constellation, that's the kind of start they were looking for. 8 seconds in, and look at all the space Haps is getting here. He could have just walked into that top in that 16-yard box there, but he picked out the right corner. And at this level, when it comes to taking space, it's not always about driving in that space, filling it in, looking for challenges. It's about using it to prevent challenges, using it to get free 1-ups on your opposition. Especially when your opponents are playing so defensively. You have so much room to work with. Kind of plays that can really separate the best of the best here, as Lev, there by Woozy, flip reset. Won't have a teammate in support though, as Lev going all in those demos. Haps now. Stallion waiting. Indigo already up off the ceiling. Indigo, that's on! Oh, what a strike for Indigo! And while I won't be cheering for Team Bungus tonight, that was incredible! Off the ceiling, right into the second touch, and Ian caught flat-footed, could not recover. Team Bungus, their first goal of the night, and what a goal indeed. Off the ceiling, they go, and it's Indigo who has been such a good player. Now they go for the bump attempt. They won't connect. It won't matter. Stallion will take the second. Our Team Constellation off the kickoff. Lev and Ian both heavily committing for those challenges. And it leaves Hap all alone, and This play really does come back to that kickoff. So where it went wrong, Lev and Ian both committing far too heavily there. If you're that second play on that rotation, and you commit that heavily off the kickoff, you leave your third player back with no support. That's exactly what happens there, but Constellation are looking to play for Constellation. Heps. Find that touch there. Will be space for Woozy just to clear this one out. Lev again. Able to get around that one defender here is now Heps. Big clear. Lev actually in the right position for that one, but his shot's gone wide. Now he's got the follow-up. Wide open net, and Heps will walk that in. Team Bungus got staring a bit too closely there at Lev. Both defenders wanted to commit to that challenge. They weren't paying attention to the real threat there, and that is the cavalry following in from behind. It is Heps Kid who will tie this game at 2. A high-scoring affair so far. Constellation still not done just yet. Scored 3 goals last game. We'll need at least 3 goals to win this game. But that's a job that they can do as Lev. My goodness, oh my goodness, Lev leaves it for Ian off the bar. Everybody jumping in for Bungus. Oh, but Lev missed. Lev missed the nets, and Bungus will clear. It will not go in, but Constellation. That was a great opportunity for Lev to score. Now he'll go again. Stallion's already back for it. That's a huge chance to miss. Now they'll fake it. Ian's in. Everybody commits for Constellation. And it works out perfectly. Exactly as drawn. Totally. Not as if, Lev was trying to pre-jump that pass. It works though, because he gets both defenders to jump against him there. And what a great finish there. Ian, knowing that there's no challenge on him, looking at everybody again, is looking at Lev. And walk in, take the shot without anybody realizing. Constellation in the lead now. A 3-goal turnaround is now left by Heps. Ian, Indigo, Uzi, Stallion a bit too heavy there for his challenge, and Ian will get a great clear. Lev has hit the net there. Just a little bit off the mark, not enough power on it. But half the game still to go. Bungus, infield. Double commit for Constellation to shut that play down. How they'll look for the outplay. Lev gets that dunk, still has boost to spare. Leaves it. Heps! That was a great idea there from Lev. So often, players like Lev, they're just going to go for the flip reset there. Go for the challenge, go for the one-on-one play, but when you can utilize your teammates, so many good things happen. And our teammate Constellation, who themselves have mentioned that day 1 was not beautiful for them. Definitely need to mix in a lot of those if they're going to beat teams like Bungus, if they want to make that huge run. Night is the night to show up. Constellation going to be the stars of the show. Heps. It's a great first touch. Got Lev pulling from that back corner, but while that was his target, he won't actually hit him there. Now Ian looking for the 50 on Indigo. Will be left straight for Heps. Gets around one. Now he's got the catch. Has a net in front, but a Stallion there to block. Constellation gonna look for the retreat here as Stallion only as far as Heps Kid. Lev won't have this. Indigo. Stallion in support. He'll keep going on this one. Heps. I'm in space, but nothing right there. Bungus not cracking under that pressure. A 1-goal lead. All that Constellation has to talk about. Woozy stopped by Lev on the goal line. Less than 60 seconds to go. This could be game 2 for Constellation. Match point in this series. And they could secure it with just one more play that hits the back of the net. Ian looking for the ground double, but unable to hit that second touch. Indigo will clear. Woozy on the follow. Stallion still. Woozy gets the demo. It's a wide open chance, but Lev is there to save the day. And Constellation looking to just play the defensive. Woozy. Ian gets the save. Stallion now. Bungus willing to send everybody up, and it works there. The challenge missed, and Stallion with his second. Right in front, and it's just a bit of miscommunication. Lev and Heps both waiting in the same place in the back corner. And with neither of them challenging, or I should say challenging in time, That's a free shot for Constellation. The heavy commit works for Team Bungus, but Constellation can still get one more. I'm running low here. Both these teams look for that breakthrough. Lev, Stallion, clearing this one away. Heps. And for Stallion, maybe one more chance here, but Constellation doing well to dispatch this one. And at this point, it is one goal that will determine if Constellation takes triple match point or if Team Bungus ties the series at 1 game each. Huge moment here in game 2. That might be it. Ian will get back. Had very little attack. Had, I think, maybe not even 12 boost at that point. Constellation will have the save there as Lev. Lip reset off the bar. Indigo will be there. One thing that I've seen Bungus really change a lot of is their positioning. They're sitting back. They're not as passive as they used to be. They're sitting back a lot more, using that boost, but they'll get bumped anyways. You change things up, and Constellation will take names. It's Hepskin with a goal, but it is Lev who once again makes it happen. Removes Stallion from the attack. And Constellation, 33 seconds into OT, has game 2, now 1 away from sweeping the first series of the night. The performance so far, it is impressive to say the very least here from Constellation. Have been given confirmation. Yerr have just won their match 3 games to none, so whoever wins this match will play that team. Team Yerr, Ozzy, Saxy, and Orbotics. Of huge importance here for Constellation. Take off your sweep. Start your next match early on that momentum against Team Yerr. Of course, though, not done just yet. They still need 1 more game. They're in a very, very favorable position here. 1 game to take this series. 1 game is all that's needed out of Team Constellation. Again, 5 minutes to determine if this is where Bungus's run will end up in the lower bracket. Lev, dunk on Woozy. A second touch, not really left on a great position though, but Constellation not against trying. Will have to send themselves all the way back. Those Heps left waiting in the midfield, a bit dangerous there because Woozy was right on top of that play. Constellation, too concerned, will go for offense. Lev trying to catch that one. With no boost, has no real opportunities to get there as Ian on the fake early challenge. Often you've seen these players, they'll jump early for plays, but they won't always challenge plays early. Difference is always showing that you have that ability to challenge, have that ability to stay on your opponents. Showing that you can recover, change things up if needed, and we saw that from Bungus, who changed up the defensive plan late in game 2. Isn't working as easily against the Constellation team that can so often send 2 players up to offense and trust in that last player back. You're gonna see a lot of Lev, a lot of Heps, a lot of Ian working together on offense. You're not gonna see as many solo players go through, but you're gonna be seeing a lot more of that teamwork, a lot more of that team chemistry that these players have been building up for a lot of time by this point. Indigo. A great second touch, but Heps will be waiting under it. Woozy. Have piece for another touch there as Indigo. Pinching that one to the middle of the field. Constellation doing well here to prioritize those corner boosts, take away the resources. Give Bungus less and less of an opportunity to recover, and eventually something will break. That was nearly it. Opportunity, but Constellation keep on the press there. Indigo running into his own teammates in that back corner. The rotation from Bungus starting to fall apart, but that's exactly when they'll get that clear. Give themselves the time they need to reset, stay back on defense. Hope for yet again that their defense holds up. Half the game gone. Constellation really needs something. Indigo's gonna take it instead. It's off the bar and in. Constellation got a bit comfortable there on offense. We're not ready for the challenge out of Indigo. Look, they look like a design setup play as well from Bungus. Constellation beats once again starting a game down. Come back from 2 goals down. Now in this game, they've got 2 minutes to come back from 1 goal down. Very little on offense to show for themselves. Constellation leading their match here in Game 3. As Lev looking to charge upfield, we've not seen his name pop up all that often. Peps and Ian. Lev, always a bit of an overcommit there. Stallion pump him off the play, but Constellation keep on going. Indigo get another win on that challenge. He has been the fastest player on the field tonight in this series, and what a dunk there! That one in for Stallion! Constellation again getting a bit comfortable in these midfield challenges. They have not gone their way. As Woozy, recognizing that Ian's pushed up far too high, will take that in for Hepsi. He knows that's a challenge he's got to get to. Not able to clear it cleanly. It's a huge missed opportunity here out of Constellation, and a huge opportunity for Bungus. Constellation now 2 goals down again with very little time to go, but that's when Lev shows up. You cannot forget about Lev. Taking him over 3.5 minutes, but there is his second shot of the game, his first goal, and a strike that will be remembered. Constellation need one more to tie this game up. They may need another one here, because Woozy, what a block there from Lev. Indigo. Ian. Stallion. Lev. Everybody on Constellation in the same position here as Indigo. Double tap! This one for Stallion! There was no doubt about it. When you have 3 players all in the same place together, it's just going to create havoc. Bungus looking to not leave this match without giving up a fight. Constellation again, we've got 2 games already in this series. They can afford to lose one here, but not the kind of position you really want to be in early here. As Lev, from the pass to Haps, probably could have just taken the shot himself. Bungus, how they're playing. Defense has gotten stronger every single game. Constellation, they have had less and less effect on the team plays. Going to require a little bit of time to talk. Just what are you going to do to get those team plays going again? Because that's what's going to work, is when you see these players link up, work together. Little to actually throw in that net. Much tougher position for Constellation to be in. Off the back wall though. One more chance. That's hit off the back post. And will stay wide as Lev, Haps. Lev, I think, trying to go for the dunk play there, but didn't get any of it. Now he'll go again. Wins out the challenge. Ian looking for one more goal here, but it will hit the ground. And it is Bungus who will stay alive in the series, at least for now. Constellation can still take this one in Game 4. Sure, for them, they're going to want to talk together, just get things underway. It wasn't that they didn't have a lot of shots. They had 9 shots altogether. In fact, they had more shots than Bungus had, but the real issue was that they just couldn't get shots on their offensive pressures. When they held pressure, they just couldn't seem to make anything of it. Those demos, those aggressive, well, those teamwork plays were not exactly easy for them here. Game 4 here. It's Constellation. Again, we'll look to move to winners round 2, take on Team Yerr. If a win here. Best thing about this is that it is a reset here for Constellation. They may have lost Game 3, but the series is far from over. Still take this. They can still win outright in this series. Force Team Bungus to in that lower bracket and give themselves the best chance possible in uppers. I mean, I think Team Yerr as a team is very beatable for Constellation here, but they gotta get there first, and, well, it was a great start there from Lev. That should be a huge confidence booster for Constellation. It took them almost 3.5 minutes. It took them over 3.5 minutes last game to get that first goal. This time, it takes less than 15. Huge turnaround here for both these rosters. Or really for Constellation. For Bungus, it's not a good sign for them as Haps not gonna make it too. Stallion back just in time. He's Ian. Indigo. Haps. Stallion. Haps again will clear it off his own back wall. And for Constellation, just looking for that outward pass. They'll find it with Haps. Now he'll go up the sidewall. Second touch. Lev jumped up for that. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of him doing that. But he's got players behind him. He's got enough support that he can reliably go for those kind of plays. Hope it works, and if it doesn't, well, he has teammates behind him to save him as Lev. Flip resets, a beautiful assist for Ian. But without a goal, his points is now Haps again. Constellation would really love a second goal here. One goal has not been safe this series, but two will be as Haps strikes fourth. And for Bungus, everybody with less than 30 boost. It's just not a lot of space to work with. When you've got one team with full boost, the other with almost nothing. That's a huge imbalance, and Constellation will see it. Caps. Lev. Alien. Indigo. Woozy. That's a bump in front. That's a goal back for Bungus. That didn't take too long. I didn't feel very happy about that last goal that went in against them, and perhaps was the immediate target of Indigo, and he never saw it as well. Turning into that near post, it's exactly where every defender wants to be. But he didn't notice Indigo wanted to be in that exact same spot as well. Oh, again, a one-goal difference here. Again, as I said, a one-goal difference is not safe in Rocket League. As Ian. Oh my, what a play for Ian! Hit that net from the ceiling. Well, instead, this ball cleared all the way back as Constellation not actually finding a lot of space here to work with. It's going to be left in front as Haps trying to connect with Ian, but that's just a bit too soft. Bungus is actually rolling on in here. Has a huge demo on Indigo. Haps looking, scoring, 3-1. What a smart play from Haps Kid. Just like what we saw earlier when Indigo took out Haps Kid completely invisible to Indigo. One demo, one shot, 3 goals to 1. And Constellation back in a comfortable 2-goal lead. We'll see if it stays comfortable for long. The kickoff lost here by Constellation as well. They've had a huge issue with the kickoffs late in this series. Has proven to be a bit of a difference maker at times. Bungus have definitely done well to capitalize a lot more on the kickoffs than Constellation has. With Vision defensive right now, sitting back. Bungus have got a lot of work to do here as Haps. Oh, he didn't have an easy touch there, but not anyone to challenge. He will make it. He'll add a little bit more into that too as Stallion. Sidewall. Everybody from Constellation a little bit nervous there. He could have probably scored from that position. Without getting an easy second touch. The Constellation the other way. Lev. Haps losing those chain dashes. Trying to get a little bit more space onto that one. A little bit more speed too. This clears back. It's Woozy. Indigo. Another chain dash there. Now he clears. You know what's better than 2 goals? 3 goals. Let's see if Constellation can take a 3-goal lead here. At this point, they've won their first game by 3 goals, so surely this is the same kind of position as Lev will do just that. And you know, maybe they're hearing me. They're not hearing me, I know they're not, but maybe they were. I mean, I mentioned last game that demos could be a huge factor here, and so far, 3 of the goals this game I can recount have been at least somewhat, even partially or directly responsible, directly the result from bumps and demos, and in Constellation missing when it comes to these blue targets. 4-1 at this point, and for Bungus now, it's about throwing everybody upfield and looking for that net. Haps, oh, you just overcommitted there. Rosie's gonna take that one. Miscommunication from Constellation is hesitation from Lev, and Not a lack of hesitation from Ian. That net is wide open for Woozy. For Constellation, be happy now they have a 2-goal lead at this point because it is still well in their control, but what you want to do is give up plays and give up chances. Yet another kickoff that's gone opposite of what they want it to do. Be a real issue here later on tonight, but it will be an issue. Oh man, another miss off the back wall. Stallion taking a 3rd goal here, and Constellation yet another kickoff that is resulted in a goal against them. And at this point, I am crossing my fingers that this game does not end up being tied. I am crossing my fingers. Oh boy, I did not think this game was going to get nearly this intense this late, as Lev able to double tap against Indigo. Woozy, Haps, Ian. The long clear, open, back wall, could not put it in. And now an overcommit the other way. Indigo, Haps to the back wall. Just playing for control here as Bungus now, knowing that while their series isn't, their run isn't over, their placement in the upper bracket could be. Less than 30 seconds now. Indigo. Woozy. Not able to take it, but it's Stallion. No space, no teammates. Woozy to the back wall. Demo in front. Heps Kid there to block. Lev gets back in time. 12 seconds. 10. Constellation need just to get one more clear. This is kept on the ground. Woozy. Heps does not have it. Bumped up by Stallion. This one stays up for now, but Constellation hit it to the ground, my guys. Don't let it go in. This one saved away, and it is going to be Constellation who will advance in the upper bracket. Maybe a bit too close to call there, but 1-goal difference. They did not make that game look easy, but it is Constellation who will breathe a sigh of relief there. Series victory for them. 3-1 win. Again, the next match here for Constellation against Team yerr. Again, as soon as that match is over, we're going into yet another one. Again, yerr are next opponents here. Ozzy, Saxy, and as well as Orbot X. So again, another best of 5. All matches today are again our best of 5, so one step closer. Reminder, if you win 3 matches in that upper bracket, you make it to day 3 automatically. So this is huge importance. Both of these teams. Again, our next match coming up very soon. You're being the opponents. Constellation. The job done, even if it didn't look pretty at times. What they need to do to get those wins. We'll get these players back in for yet another match here against, again, yerr, the next opponents on the list. Hopefully get this match updated in just a moment here, but my goodness, that was stressful at the end of that thing. But it goes in. Constellation through to that next round, and again, all the matches happening as well. Cold playing the Polar Knights, which is going to be an amazing match. Cold, that's Exorari and JD. Really good. That's a good match. Cold versus Polar Knights. Here, and the other side again, Whoops Up Pub is going to be the team that you're going to want to look out for as well. That's a team that is likely going to be our next opponents. But they do play Ardink, Spider, and T-Var. Ooh, actually, that's going to be good. Whoops Up Pub might not actually win that match. They are expected to. I would consider them the favorites in that match. See, though, where we go with this. But on Constellation, get that win there. That was intense. One step closer to the top 42 to playing tomorrow. It's gonna be such an intense night for action, but I'm all here for it. Next match will be, the best of 5. Winners, round 2. Constellation versus yerr. So again, what a night. What a night though. But with that win, that does mean another match that we have to play is now cut down from 6 at most to 5. So again, as I said, winning match in this upper bracket eliminates a lot of other matches that you have to play. So that win, they've now eliminated 2 matches in the lower bracket that they'd have to play. Just that one win. So, and if they win again, it's another 2 matches that are gone. Huge, huge sigh of relief. We'll get back in here for this match. As again, it is far from over. And I already can tell it's going to be an exhausting night for this stream. I'm all for it. It's RLCS action. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be an exhausting night. And one match only. Again, at most there could be 5 matches now tonight, but for the win here for them, they'll limit the number of matches from 5 to 4 at most. So every win you get in that upper bracket, it's one less match that you have to play at most if you go to low. It's a huge advantage to just go for that upper bracket, get your wins when you need them, and play that way that you can expect out of yourself. Constellation, they got yerr as their next opponent. This is a team that been surprising a lot of people this bracket, yerr, as well. But to see how they show up when we see them here is against Aussie, Saxy, and Orbot. So again, while we wait on these players, and we gotta wait on the match to also set up as well. We're gonna go for a short break. When we come back, it is Constellation versus yerr, winners round 2. Give us a moment. We'll be back with the second series. Alright, we're going to cut this a little bit short here. We're going straight into this next match here. So, it's going to be Constellation taking on... it's going to be Constellation taking on yerr here, so... Get out here in just a moment. Sorry about that, I'm going to cut the things out a little bit. Hello, DNY. How you doing? You're Ian's biggest fan? Hey, shoutouts to Ian. Ian played well that last series. Shoutouts to Ian. Shoutouts to you as well. Thank you for showing up. Our next match again coming up in just a moment here. We have been given confirmation. Both teams are here. And Constellation, and we have been given confirmation as well. Hey, we've all made it. All these teams have now made it into the top 64 out of their groups, so doing pretty well. Again, still not done yet. We've still got a lot of matches to go. Again, a win here, another best of 5 win here, and they can go into the qualifying round for day 3. Day 2 of the qualifier. Reminder, we'd skip day 1 because I wasn't actually here for day 1, but we are here for day 2 to keep things going. And here we go, Ozzy, Sex, an Orbot. Yerr on the orange, Constellation on the blue, and another best of 5 here to determine who will go to that qualifying round here on day 2 of the RLCS 2025 North American Open 1 qualifiers. Constellation, again, if you've been paying attention, Lev, performance last game he had stepped up huge, but in that last game it was the demos that reigned key, and it was really everybody on Constellation who got a little bit of those demo plays in this series. I mean, this is a yerr team that has obviously been surprising a lot of people with their run so far in this bracket. Not a high-rated team coming into this event, but we can't doubt them now with how they have been playing. As Ian, Lev, a little bit of a back pass there. Heps, bit flat-footed, was not exactly ready for that play. Constellation, not really getting very far, and it's yerr who's really looking to play a lot of heavy 50-50 challenges so far. I don't know if this is kind of their way of starting out a series, just trying to get used to their opponents, or if this is just how they've been playing this whole tournament. On those challenges, look for quick breaks, but whatever it is, they missed the challenge there. It's Ian with goal 1, and hey, DNY, you're the biggest super fan here. You better feel good about this one, as Ian, who's right up and over Orbot, puts it in the back of the net. It's Constellation. 1 goal advantage here as Lev. Flip reset, I don't know if hit that one, but can't doubt anything from Lev. We've seen from him before as well. Not even really on the stream. I haven't seen him a ton on the stream. I've seen him do some pretty crazy things on the stream before. He's now just beating past 2 defenders. It's a wide open chance. Flip reset in. Lev's just throwing a bit of style on the end of this goal. And Constellation look like they're in full control at this point. And I mentioned that as well, that the momentum that they have off of that last series really does come in handy here. How they are playing, if they can keep that confidence, if they can keep that momentum going. Yerr is going to have a very tough time, but Ozzy! Flip reset dunk! Right back in your face, Constellation. A kickoff, too. A beautiful play from Ozzy. Again, off the kickoff, Constellation have had a lot of struggles tonight. It's the one thing that from that last series they didn't ever really get a fix for. Something that they really can't allow yerr to take advantage of. Need to win those kickoffs, and they more importantly need to make sure they don't lose those kickoffs. We've seen multiple times where the way that Constellation plays, if they lose those kickoffs, they play so aggressively, they put so much pressure on that last player back on their own side to, prevent disaster that it could be tough for them. As again, trying to put that one in. Lev now. Heps. It's got an open space here. There's no one defending. Heps will drop that in. Booyah! Constellation 3-1 up. And with all the time in the world, Hepskid says thank you very much. And again, even with them maybe giving up a goal here and there, they're looking so comfortable right now against yerr. I mean, this is an impressive start. It's almost like the start they had in that last series. They just got so many goals early, played their way, had full control in the offense, and was really allowed to do whatever they wanted. Cut their opponents on low boost. The game still to go. Constellation Want to keep proving it, keep sticking it in the faces of yerr. Of course, what's more important here is just to make sure you get that win. But Lev will go. Lev will miss. He should have had that chance. That's when he usually scores on. We'll stay at a 2-goal lead, but Epps will say not for long. Aussie's waiting right for it. And Constellation back, but for defense here, Epps left for Ian. The foot reset here. Get the bump on Aussie, but unable to connect. Epps will keep going. Lev now, no boost, but enough to just challenge. Got Orbot. As Haps missed by Sachs there, and we're starting to lose a little bit of that rotation as Constellation themselves have already gone back to defense. Both these teams just continue to test things out. It is Constellation who, at least on first inspection, are a stronger team right now. This game inches closer and closer to its close. Constellation who've got to make sure they're able to secure this one. It is not over just yet. A Wheeled World, you can see yerr come back from this. Like I said, there's no such thing as a bad opponent at this point in your bracket, as Orbot looking to prove that here. Double tap, Lev's there to block. Now he gets the clear over Aussie. Huge block for Constellation as Lev had virtually no space to work with on that back wall. It was in the middle of it as well. You don't want to do that as your defender. You generally want to be on one of the sides of the back wall so that you can recover and move to the other if needed. Right in the middle there, really had not a lot of movement to go through there, and he still found that 50-50 on the goal line, and then he got the clear as well. Constellation who need to hold things tight here as yerr really throwing everybody upfield, but it won't work. Ian's gonna score, make it 4-1, and secure game 1 for Constellation. And it seems like yerr, whenever they can throw everybody upfield, they really do put Constellation in a tough position. Even with that kind of panic from Constellation, they're still able to handle it. They're still able to go the other way, score in the open net. 4-1 the scoreline, and likely that's the scoreline that will stay for the rest of this game. Constellation, with that goal, have secured a positive start into their second series of the night. As Lev Heps, that's dinged off the bar. Orbot's turn now as Lev unable to collect it. Ian off the back wall, second touch. It's a massive clear. It won't matter here. Constellation's looking to hit this to the ground, take game 1, and take all the positives from it. One game closer again to that qualification round, to 2 chances to qualify into day number 3 in the top 32. We're getting a disconnect here from Lev. It looked like a short disconnect. He's already back in. Or maybe it might be a card change. It might be a card change here, as we're going to get these guys back in the match. We go game number 2 of this best of 5. This Constellation. The reset. Orbot. Reset. Sachs. Ian. Aussie, but Epps trying to just get a little piece of it there. As a massive clear down the field. Orbot is waiting as yerr. And when they can send everybody upfield, they really do find so much space to work with. The only problem is that you can't do that consistently without giving up goals. Yerr, when it came to just standard 3v3 without, playing their standard style, it just did not work. Reliance on the 50-50 challenges, but when Constellation has space, that's when yerr really is going to struggle. Where a lot of teams are going to struggle against Constellation, as Lev kind of soaring out there. He's lost in space, but teammates behind him again. He can do that. He can commit heavily and rely that his teammates are going to get back to save him. Sachs, back wall. Ian, they're just in time. Or now again, but it's Constellation. Lev gets over Sachs. Lev should drive it. He's missed it. Now here goes Heps. Flip reset. unable to put it in. The angle was just too tight. Now it's Ian over Sax. In goes Lev, no doubt about it. That is huge. 1 goal up for Constellation. You're in game 2 of winners round 2 on day 2. So many 2s in that sentence. Maybe we can add another. Constellation, get a second goal for us. Now I can really make it come true. While they work on getting that second goal. Big pump, by the way. Yeah, I just gotta talk about, again, the experience that is on this team. I mean, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I didn't mention it too much. But Lev has made top 16 before in RLCS. This is a player who has gone to top 16, has done just that, and now on a team of players who hasn't done it. Lev's, really gonna stand up as that captain for this roster. Again, need to rely on him to be able to be that really leader when it comes to everything that's going to be happening tonight. He's going to be a leader, not just tonight, but tomorrow as well. The players making it to the RLCS all the time, but you got to have leaders to do it. As Lev, Haps, what a save, Ozzy! Floundering on the goal line, somehow got to that one. Constellation mere inches away from a second goal. Still searching. Haps, dunks, Sax still there. Now it's Orbot. For 2 minutes still to go. It feels like this game just can't go any slower. Lev, that's a great play. Haps, 2 goals. And now I can say it with a little over 2 minutes to go in game 2 of winners round 2 on day 2 of the qualifiers. Constellation up 2-0. Potentially could go up 2-0 in the series. Take triple match point all over again. As I said again, this is the opponent that they are expected to beat. They definitely can beat, and I would say should beat. Proving that here as Lev. Light first touch, does find the dunk there. As Orbot. Epps. Will flick away, now finds a follow. Lev, Sax on the goal line. Yerr will clear it all the way down the field here, and at this point for Yerr, just trying to find something. They're desperate at this point. Lev, though, he got bumped in this. Still has the double. Ozzy's there for the block. In goes Heps. This one saved by Sax. Still there. Ian off the ceiling. Has the recovery. Shot on. Saved by Orbot. Lev now. Flip reset. Can use it. Down for Heps. It's Chaos in front. And it's goal free for Constellation. Wild plays for sure, but Constellation relishing in the chaos. Yerr could not recover. And so often we've seen them on that goal line, stuck, unable to challenge. Constellation's had them beat so often in that final third. They beat them so often in game 1. They're doing just the exact same in game 2. Yerr struggling to keep up. Another chance. Everybody from Yerr waiting for that shot, and at this point with a minute to go, Constellation once again in feels like freeform cruise control. But Yerr still has time to come back here. Not over just yet! What a shot for Orbot! Back post is his. Yerr's not done with this game. Still hope for them, and as long as there's hope, you know this Yerr team's gonna do it. And here's where it really gets scary for this team. Yerr definitely is a side that, at least for last game when they were able to push up everybody, go all in on offense, Constellation started to panic a lot more. They gotta make sure they get as many goals as they can before that happens. Yerr will not get a goal there. It is Constellation again, regaining the 3-goal lead, and it is Heps with a ceiling double tap here. We saw one last game. That one almost as impressive. Again, Constellation, really the only reason they're getting these goals is because they know this Yerr side is good enough. If they send everybody upfield, they can definitely hit the net. They've definitely created chaos, and that's something that Constellation needs to avoid. At this point, they can give up goals and still be doing just fine, as And another pre-flip there from Lev that completely misses the opportunity, but Constellation, who again can recover as Ian looking for the ground pinch. Of course, Orbot to play in his way as Lev. No second touch. Sacks. Haps. I think he's going to look for a cycle there, but a very poor first touch. It's going to be straight to Ozzy and straight into the back of the nets. Yerr will take one for the road. With 6 seconds left, I think we can confidently say Game 2 is over. And Constellation right now really making it look like it is going to be a 3-game series. They'll let this actually stay up for a little longer, but Ian going to keep this one away, and these teams play a little bit of keep up here. They go into Game 3 of the series. Constellation again with up 2 games against their opponents. Again, only need one more, and I mean the last time we saw this again was 1 series ago. Not win Game 3, but it was against at least on paper, and what it really looks like, a much tougher opponent for Constellation. You're here, seemingly a team that Constellation has a better counter to here. And one of the biggest benefits of this Constellation team is that you got players who can play one-on-one. Constellation's definitely able to do that. While we wait on all of these these players to back in for Game 3. Again, we're in this is such a good position to be in for Constellation. Mind you, they win here, they take the series. They've got 2 chances now to play on day 3, play in that top 32, and to potentially make top 16. And in the Swiss bracket, I think that's really where you can really relax a lot more in that Swiss bracket. Not, you know, you're gonna have tougher opponents in Swiss, obviously. I think for Constellation, Swiss bracket's gonna be a lot more relaxing for them. They don't have to worry about, you know, the strength of schedule nearly as much, you know, as they have to in double elimination. All about playing teams that same, of the same record. It'll be a lot more even for them, a lot better, I think, for Constellation, because they'll at least have 3 lives. We play tomorrow, but for now, they only have 2. Need to earn that 3rd life, and to do that, they're gonna need to win 2 more matches, at the very least, and if they can win this game, make that number down to 1. Of course, it all starts with 1 goal. They've got to find that net. Yeah, and a bit of an overshot there, but we have Hepskid behind him. Oh, he's also missed as well. Lev's got to get back. No boost to work with. Ian was a beautiful touch. Was the one to initially kind of create that havoc. Able to get back to save his team from it. He'll set up yet another attack, but again, stuck on the defensive line. Lev trying to get a bump there. Sachs unable to challenge. Has very little to work with. Orbot doesn't have much more. Haps, the bump. Orbot comes in. As Ian, another very weak touch there. Be delicate with it here, but Constellation realizing they've got to get that first goal sooner rather than later. Steps. Good flick. Sachs there. Ozzy. By Ian. Lev. Caught by Orbatzes. Those Heps, but with almost no boost. Yerr is just waiting to take a piece out of Constellation. Sharks in the water. Yerr's smelling for that blood. Nothing has shown up for Constellation. Haps, Ian, here with the double commit. Sachs will have the clear, but getting in the way of Ozzy and Orbot. Nothing can really be made out of that play. Constellation keeping possession as Heps on that first challenge from Ozzy. Now it's Ian, Orbot. Face, but very little to help him with, at least for now. Ozzy can't get that shot, and now it's Ian, one-on-one. Sachs has got to be careful, flip a reset. He's missed it high, Heps goes in. Orbot saves, Lev through the eyes. And it is Constellation back. A 3-pronged attack, and it's Lev with the finisher. 2 minutes still to go. Constellation, a 1-goal lead. All they have to do is maintain that. Although, realistically, knowing how yerr's played this series, Constellation will have a much better chance if they can get a second and a third goal in this game. We've seen yerr. So far, they have not gone a game without scoring. Here against Constellation, knowing that yerr's been consistent enough with getting a goal, Constellation really can't be comfortable with a 1-0 lead. Or by. Challenge there. Constellation, we're just gonna wait a little bit further back as Ozzy. This touch straight to Lev. Right to the hands of Constellation, although they are a bit too slow to that one. Just gonna continue to search, but I'm running low here, and I think Lev got bumped into that shot by Epps. She set up a chance there. Ozzy caught out of position. Here we're ringing the alarm bells, and it is Ian who takes notice. No one in net. They all pushed up for that 50-50 challenge, and it will come back to bite them. Constellation keeping their composure. That's the second goal they need. And now really, one more, and surely that will be enough for them. Ozzy, Ian, Lev now, flip reset. Sacks. Taps, it's a light tap, but only going to be as far as Orbot. Ian now, double tap, sending it to the other end of the field. Yerr using all their boost just to get there. That's leaving them with almost nothing when they get to offense. Constellation. 30 seconds away from only needing one more win to make it to day 3. Lev. Great second touch. Keeps this one out of the reach of yerr. Ozzy. Epps standing in the way. Now it's Ian. It's Orbot. Lev. Sacks over top. Ozzy to hit this one. And it was yerr who has not given up. Will never give up on this game. Constellation have not scored that third goal. Yerr has a chance. 6 seconds and right back to the kickoff. And has haunted Constellation so far tonight. All you need to do is win this one. They'll do just that. Straight back to Ian. Straight down the field. Straight to Lev's waiting arms. And straight to the ground. It is a 3-0 sweep. Constellation now are only one win away. Two games done. One more needed. Their run tomorrow will be set. Again, at this point, with how many wins they've had, a good position, but of course their next opponent will not be so easy. Wubtupub. It'll be quite a scary opponent for them. This is a team that will be very, very tough for them. Wubtupub themselves, roster full of so many good players. Toasty, Wonder Mike, Panda, and Realize. Scary roster. It's a roster that really is going to be testing everything out of this Constellation roster. Last match. It's going to be tough. This is really going to be telling for them. Those teams that, one of those gatekeeper teams that could beat anyone. Another roster I'd want to mess with easily, but to get into that top 32, a win there will, it is a way to do it. While we wait on that match to get set up, it'll be set up in just a few minutes, I think. Wubtupub, Toasty, Wonder Mike, Panda. Realize. Oh. And their next match on the list here, and it's going to be a tough one. Wubtupub are very good. This is definitely a team that can make that top 16. Definitely one that you're going to carefully here against. Again, gonna be a very tough matchup here. Does mean at the very most there will only be 4 matches now tonight. Again, that every single win they get makes their schedule easier and easier for themselves. So again, when we get things set up for this match, Constellation versus What's Up Pub, we're gonna go to yet another break here. We'll be back very soon with this next series and potentially the end of our night, the guarantee for day 3. Constellation versus What's Up Pub up next. Welcome back. I said it wouldn't take too long. We're already back in for our 3rd match. Winners, round 3, and the best of 5s continue here. What's Up Pub, the opponents now. Big one at that. This is going to be quite a tough roster. But again, it's one that's going to be one of those gatekeeper teams. This is definitely a team want to beat to make it to that top 16. This is a team you can, but a win here, top 32, within reach now. For Constellation, all they need is just one win. That's all they need. 1 series victory, and tomorrow will be theirs. If they lose this, reminder, still have that lower bracket, but no one wants to be there. And I'm sure for Constellation, they don't want to be there as well. A win here will be a top 32 guaranteed, and a high seed as well, which itself is just as important. Get things out here. Just a moment here, but here we go. What's Up on the blue. Toasty. Oh no, sorry, it's the other way around. Constellation's on the blue. I guess I switched sides. What's Up on the orange. Panda, Toasty, and Wonder Mike. We're gonna switch this. We'll switch the overlay around as soon as we get the time to. And they match here for Constellation. They win this series. They'll be playing in the top 32 tomorrow without having to worry about any more matches. They lose though, and they go to lower bracket with a chance of being eliminated here on day 2. Tough match ahead of them here with What's Up Pub, but it's one of those teams that want to be in that top 16. You have to be able to beat. Definitely a team that can take your spot there. And now for Constellation, a bit of an overcommit there from Epskid, but mentioned as well, we've seen, so far the only player we've seen today that has been top 16 before is Lev, but we've got a few other players to add into that one. And Toasty and Wonder Mike have all been in the top 16 at some point in RLCS history. But recently though, it's Toasty and Panda who have really stepped up. Wonder Mike, kind of a player that is, a lot of you would know from back then, going to make his resurgence in the modern age of Rocket League. Definitely gonna be interesting to see how he plays here, but so far for What's Up Pub, looking to play again that same kind of safe start, not overcommit, not push heavily. Just see where those openings are. I'm sure Constellation will do the exact same thing. This kid, Ev, off the back wall, won the mic. Now it's Ian. He's got a great pass to Heps, but the shot not on. Or really in time. Now Lev's got to go. Flip reset. 2 go for What's Up Pub. Constellation still waiting for the attack. Space just isn't going to open up for them. And against a team as good as this, those solo plays, which may have worked earlier, are going to be far less successful now. And this is a What's Up Pub roster with so much talent. Simply put, you're going to have a way better chance of breaking through this team with those demos and with those passes. Solo plays may have worked last series around against your roster, and one that solo players are not exactly going to be working against here, as Toasty stopped by Lev here. Panda bouncing off that back wall way in front for himself. A self pass for Panda. What's up, Pub? He'll score first there, as everybody kind of left that one a terribly timed 50-50. There we go. Play's been switched around now. One continues. Constellation now. Need to break out. Need to their targets again. This is a real tester match for this roster. The question of, are they good enough to make it? Epskid on the mic. Play off the ceiling here as Panda waiting as well. It's off the side wall. Ian. As we keep things underway and keep things going, as Ian won the mic. Great two-touch play off the back wall, but straight to the hands of Constellation. Pub is doing so well here, is they're just wasting time. They don't need to score, and they're not looking to score either. Just wasting time. Time that Constellation desperately needs. For Constellation, at this point, with a minute to go, you've got to find a breakout. You've got to find someone who's going to step up. And Lev, for a lot of this night, it's been Ian who steps up early on in the last series. Whose turn is it now to step into this play? Lev. Ian beat, or actually it's Heps who's been beat. Ian now. Nothing to work with. Heps though, able to support as Ian keeps the play going. Up to Pub, pushing up very heavily in that corner as Lev. Toasty. Ian. Toasty once again. Constellation pushing up very high. Ian's still gonna be there. Wonder Mike will keep this one away, but it is Hepskid on Constellation. The breakthrough. Toasty. Lev sacrificing himself just to find some offense, but what's up, Bub? Continuing to play keep away. One goal is all they hold right now. Constellation just need one chance. Lev for one. Ian! He's found it with 9 seconds remaining. It's Lev who shows up when I need him. A big play for the midfield. It breaks Whoops Up Pub open. And Constellation have found their breakthrough late. We may see overtime for only the second time tonight. What's up, Pub? Looking for one more. Toasty will hit the ground. And it's overtime in Game 1. What a huge Game 1 it is. This has been the real kind of pace setter of this series. So much riding on this one. Constellation they've already won in overtime today. An earlier matchup, can they win another? Ian. Lev. This one still going towards that vicinity of the nets, but being their targets to go all the way back, but not for too long. Lev gonna catch them on the quick turn. Corner play for Lev, but Wonder Mike, now Toasty, beating out 2. Woo is back, it's Ian, and he'll be there for the challenge. And a great flick as well, but Ian, although with no boost, doesn't need any to make that save. Now it's Hepskid. What's up, Pub? Getting a lot of those plays on the side, on the wall, but aren't winning the important ones in front of that net. Heps, roller in front. Ian demoed, but will get the save nonetheless. Now it's Lev. Only does he waste out time, but he gives his team space. But Heps, though, not playing for that same momentum. And whoops up up, have some area to work with, but cut down immediately. One to Mike, Ian, and get another demo here. This time it's Lev getting a bit of counteraction against Toasty. Whoops up up, have not been afraid to go for those demos. Constellation's been feeling it. The first team that has really brought the demos against them tonight. It really may take just a demo to win this one. Toasty. And, a bit of an overcommit Ian. We're very thankful that shot was not on target. Constellation, big clear. Is it on? It's one in front. Ian, saved by another. This one saved by Panda. Lev, stopped by one to Mike. Constellation knocking on the front door. But they have not set the passcode. Heps, this one, rolling in front. He saved in shot. Constellation blocking their own chances. Now some demos to mix things in. Lev unable to find the front of the net. Now it's Ian. The roller for Heps Kid. One to make with a redirect. Constellation back to defense. The best chance so far this overtime. Right in front of net. Multiple shots resting on one player's move. Still yet, no signs of an end anytime soon. Panda. Heps Kid. A dangerous play right into the midfield, but he sets up Ian. Whoops up the other way. Toasty using all that he has in the tank. Now it's Panda trying to play in front of the net. Constellation. Putting this gameplay down. Whoops up when everything get in front of that net. They want Constellation to panic. They want them to rush this. And that just isn't going to happen. Heps pops it up. Into the offensive half. Dunked by Lev. Ian was right behind him. Constellation already sent back, and it's Toasty. And it's a brick wall from Heps Kid. Now it's Ian. Heps already going for offense. Double tap. We'll get it, but Toasty was ready. We keep on going. Ian got 2 to go. Now in goes Toasty. Lev. Players all over him right now, but he's found space. He's got a 1-on-2. Toasty will be back. Lev still going. Leaving it for Ian. Panda, demoed. One to Mike, not in position. This one's going to net. Double commit. Who wants the net? It was Heps, but it was not in time. And yet again, Constellation right in front, staring the win in game 1 and unable to put through the deciding goal. Ian. Toasty. Long shot. Heps will find Lev. You can tell what's up sitting further back than before. Those plays must have scared them at this point, as Constellation's starting to find a lot more room on offense. A lot more opportunities to come with it. What they want room, they want space. Whoops up is giving it to them. Now it's Constellation's chance to take it. They've had chances, now need to put one in. Here it goes, one to Mike. Cut in front. Constellation the other way. Oh, more than 5 minutes of Rocket League has been played in this overtime. And still, no winner in sight. Heps Kid. As Ian, waiting on the back wall, as Whoops up Pub, trying to search for answers. Ian, hooks your pinch. Heps Kid, waiting, receiving. But one to Mike is there. Whoops up Pub will get out of that pickle. Ian goes again for Constellation. Bounce off the corner. Oh, Heps Kid has been moved out of the way. Lev's got to get there. Missed the challenge. It's Toasty. Oh, what a block. Ian got in front. And Constellation now playing the heroics. Still waiting. Toasty. Panda. Heps Kid will get it away. Constellation standing on their heads there on the goal line. Now it's Lev's turn. Donk! This one! Panda with a block. Everybody committed up for Constellation. Get back! Get back! Get back! This one! Stopped by Ian. As Whoops Up Pub. Still searching. Don't score Whoops Up Pub. This is Constellation's game. Panda. Fast 2, Ian. He's backflipped. No! What a block! Get it out! No! It's over! 6 minutes and 35 seconds in overtime. A backflip from Ian. And that's the difference maker. A heartbreaking end. A game that Constellation had the opportunities to win it with. 6 minutes and 35 seconds of overtime. We've got a lot more series to go. Whoops Up Pub taking game 1. It really felt like they were the team in control for the entirety of those 5 minutes, those first 5 minutes, but it was Constellation who really had the overtime in their hands. Be a lot closer of a match, I think, than people realize it will be, but Constellation gonna need a few more goals to really solidify, put in those chances they have. Series that you miss your opportunities. 22 within reach for both these sides. They need the score. Is that in? Oh my, what a shot! No way! Ian! Oh my goodness! It's an own goal from one in my I do not care. You've got to be kidding me. What a strike. Now it's Panda looking for an answer. One to Mike. Missed the target. Courteously for Constellation because they were beat there. As Ian again stops there. One to Mike. Panda now. Constellation. Hear this all the way ahead of Ian. Lev. Beat out Toasty. Whoops Up Pub. May have control, but they don't have the lead. Constellation might have to ride and die with just one goal on the board. But not against a team as good as this one. Lev missed. Epps now won't get it either. Ian's got to jump up early for this. Whoops Up Pub team's been fast. Yeah, another pinch clear. This one off of Toasty. He might find a second touch too. One to Mike. Able to get the block. Toasty's been bumped out. Ian looking for extra measures to keep this one in Constellation's favor. Lev, that might have been on target, but Toasty was there to save. Cleared all the way back as Ian with space, with Lev up in front of him, but with the pass incomplete. Whoops Up Pub. Chance. Alright here as Constellation able to keep this away, and this game has felt very fast in comparison to the other ones we've seen, as this one left perhaps Panda. Lev now a pop-up play for Ian. And again, Constellation will push their way through as Toasty going for all the boost on that back into the field. And to starve out Constellation. These stars fuel themselves. Ian. Epps. Side wall, it's Panda to keep it going. Lev. Dunk on one to Mike as well. We'll give that backfield vulnerable out of Whoops Up Pub, but we'll try to get this one out. Take possession of the process, or at least you would expect them to do so, but they're having a little bit of an issue actually keeping this one. Lev flip reset. Actually, but he was jumping on that one. Go back as Heps. Ian, does he have it? No, he doesn't! And the call came too late. Wonder Mike is ready. And on no boost. And no opportunities to get that save. And as I said, a 1-goal lead. As I said earlier tonight, a 1-goal lead is never safe. After we're holding a 1-goal lead is not very easy. Constellation, they took the lead early. We're gonna be on their side at this point. Need to find chances. They need to find chances for that net. They have not had that many. Neither team has. And that's the interesting thing about players at this level. The earlier matches we saw were a lot more frenetic in their abilities. This one, much slower, because these players, they know how good each other are. This isn't a game about outpacing each other. This is a game about making sure you make the right moves, the right plays, and simply put, you gotta outplay people to get those goals. As Panda, flip reset, looking for the dunk. Lev will be waiting. Constellation, countering a demo. Wonder Mike. Recovery there from Lev to double back and get that block. Now they'll keep going as a bump on Panda. Shoot. Up to Bub are on the complete other side of the field. To keep those challenges going as Lev leaving it. Wonder Mike will collect instead. He'll give Whoop Up time to recover. Now he goes again. This time with Toasty in support. Toasty. Now Hepskid, Panda. Hit a boomer ball back and forth. This game still undecided as we approach the final seconds of regulation. Lev. The resets, can't make much of it. Up to Pub. Trying to go the other way, maybe for one last chance as it's Panda who will hit the ground. That was going to be blocked nonetheless. We go to overtime. For a second straight game. Last one took an agonizing 6.5 minutes. And this one be shorter. Can Constellation finish the opportunities that they started? On offense. One player to take that offense. Capskid. Unable to get the bump on Panda. This leaves Ian with very little opportunities to make things happen. Now another shot. Lev from inside his own goal. Toasty. Low boost through the smoke screen. Ian's just going to play the waiting game. Now it's Panda. Beats out Hapskid there. Lev all alone here, but who couldn't handle that dribble. Constellation who get out of defense. Wonder Mike. Bumped Ian up for the support. Constellation right now a lot further from each other on those rotations. They're not following each other nearly as fast, and because a lot of it is because of how much they respect this What's Up Pub roster. But to get goals, you've got to take things a little bit more aggressively. You've got to take things a little bit more of a sass, a little bit more self-confidence. The Rock League players have this kind of mentality that they themselves can change the game. That's the mentality you need to keep here. Because someone's going to make the change here in this game. Someone's going to win this overtime. It was Toasty. This game is still to be determined. But Haps looking to put his name up there. Blocked by the last second by Panda. Now it's Lev. Ian. Toasty. To Pub. That roll down, you can tell that they're in the ball, actually very high on that back wall too. See if they can get an awkward bounce out of it. What many call the waterfall, or what others call the guillotine roll, where it hits that kind of connection between the ceiling and the back wall. Awkward place to read as a defender because you don't really know if the ball's going to bounce out or if it's going to bounce straight down. Well, that's what Whooped Up want to hit. That's what they want to attack. So far have done well to keep them away from it. We've got to get chances. Someone's got to put those demos in. Someone's going to make the crucial difference. Both these teams are playing a neutral battle right now. No one really looking to be that game winner right now. No one wants to be that hero. What it means is you gotta take a risk. When you take a risk, it could potentially backfire. And a lot of these players are really thinking about the potential of it backfiring. Specifically, Constellation's gotta be thinking about it. Well, game one went for them, but they don't have that ability. They really don't have the ability to lose this game. They've gotta get themselves a lead in the series. They've gotta get themselves 2 games before Wubtupub do. Not let Wubtupub go up 2-0. Pinch to the sidewall will bounce up for Wonder Mike, and he's got a roll here, but that touch goes straight to Ian's front bumper. Now he's got to play up ahead, but the Hepskid not there. Lev will wait instead. Off the sidewall. Second touch. Unable to connect. Now he'll look midfield, but with no one there in support. Wubtupub ends this one down the field as Ian. Sidewall. Toasty. Panda just wide. We may have yet another game for the 5+ minute overtime unless something changes, and it may change here. Dunk by Lev. Wonder Mike, can he get there? He can, but not a very good touch. Lev to hit. Wonder Mike gets back in time. And it's Lev now again, wide open. That's over. It's game 2 for Constellation. And it's Hepskid and Lev, the open backfield. Yet another long overtime. And now it's Constellation's game to win. Series is tied 1 each, and as I've said already, this is a match of 2 teams that are really battling, and this is a match that both these teams would really like to win to really prove they deserve the top 16 spot. Oh, getting very, very close to that position here. How many shots Wubtupub had? They had 14 shots. I mean, so many plays to go for. Constellation, so few chances to score. This puts some worry into me if they are a bit forced out of the play. Team will want to play a bit carefully, as this Wubtupub roster has thrown so many shots, and Constellation, they've got to find a way to either lower the shots of Wubtupub or increase their own output. Going to overtime this many times, well, they can win with it. I don't think it's going to make them feel very good. Definitely doesn't make me feel good. I'm just nervous watching this. And I'm not even playing here, and I'm sure Constellation... Where? How close these games have all been. Either team could be up 2-0 at this point, but the series chosen to stay even. Game 3 now. Match point on the line. Constellation looking to settle into this series a little bit more. Take match point. Put Wubtupub on the back foot. Did it last game. Here it's going to be, again, so tough. These are rosters. Win against each other, beat each other on any day. Day is it here. RLCS America Qualifier open at number 1. Away is win for support is Panda leaving it. Toasty doesn't have this. Wonder Mike will. No one was covering the back wall. It was a missed touch from Ian, and it's free real estate for Wubtupub. And a start that Constellation could not afford to take. The worry that I have with Wubtupub taking so many shots. We get out of hand quickly and need to return fire. Ian. Toasty there. Awkward touch, but F is right behind it. Wonder Mike now. Hepskid. Panda. Ian. Hepskid. Into the same play here and leaves Lev all alone, but Wubtupub really able to make much happen nonetheless. Hitting in this midfield, they just cannot win a challenge. Don't need to. The kind of game where you sit back, wait for those openings, wait for those overcommits. The Puff haven't really shown that ability to overcommit, but being attention to it as Heps. There on that challenge. Now it's Lev. Will be dunked out by Wonder Mike. Toasty. Ian. Lev. Beat out by Panda as Heps. Toasty. Wonder Mike. Up to Pub, just taking the boost at this point. Constellation, again, I said that they can fuel themselves, but I think more of it as a joke. I don't take it seriously. Oh boy. Oh, that's gone off the post, Heps. Gonna thank his lucky stars. That doesn't go in. Ian's just gonna get some space. Constellation. A chance to go put one on net and to go into last half of this game tied. Again, with match point on the line. It's of equal importance for both teams. Doesn't determine the series, but that already Constellation and their hopes, they would love to go up in the series, hit 2 games first. This is where you do it. This is where you have to do it. I think for them, while they can win this game late in the series, this is not a team where I think taking that risk would make sense. But again, just the time, wasting those opportunities out of Constellation. They're just clearing it away right now. So little opportunities, so few shots to speak of. Story of Game 1 coming back to haunt them. Same thing that we saw in Game 1. Constellation just cannot buy themselves opportunities. Not a boost, not of room to work with. Up to Pub roster is doing such a good job of just controlling the play. Heps though does find the dunk to keep Constellation on offense as Lev unable to get those demos. Heps kid and boost leading ahead of him. Mission now. It's got to be in the back of their mind. Time's running out, and so too are their chances. Up to Pub with a big 50 win in the midfield by Toasty. Inched away. Lev again. Time running low. Constellation. We're able to salvage. Go to overtime in Game 1, but this doesn't feel like Game 1 anymore. Up to Pub. Shut them down convincingly. And they'll be the ones to take match points here. Constellation, again, cannot seem to buy themselves opportunities. They can't seem to find offense, they can't seem to find space, and more importantly on offense, they can't find boost, and without that boost, they can't make demos, they can't make things happen. Shut down in Game 3. Up to Pub is 1 game away during top 32, but for Constellation now, it is reality. They've got to make the comeback late in this series. Really hurts me here is those shots. 2 shots from Constellation. Gonna win games with 2 shots. They're gonna have to get more. They're gonna have to create more. Constellation need more chances. Gonna need more confidence in themselves. Waits on Ev to join back in. I think he's going for a card change. To Game 4. Constellation to win, they've got to force Game 5 in this series. All starts here. Made adjustments before. What is field domination? That is the amount of time that the ball is on one side of the field or the other. Constellation, that's a great start! 2 seconds in. A perfect kickoff. Man, and we said that they needed to find that confidence. That is the confidence they were looking for. Ian hits it. Constellation in the lead very early. Not over just yet. They scored first in game 2, and we know where that game went. They went to a 4.5-minute overtime. A second goal. That's all they need. I think they can confidently phone here. It's a pub, but as over command, it's not going to help them. Haps double tap. When the mic's going to look, but without boost, they're not going to have an easy time here. Constellation will pinch it away. Gonna pinch this back. Constellation on very low boost, very quickly on defense. Ball control. Boost really doesn't make a difference, does it? Ian. It's a one to Mike, and he can make things happen. Up to Toasty. Toasty up to the back wall. That's what they wanted. They want that ball to roll down. Constellation's been prepared for that. Pub's gonna keep doing it. Skid. Oh, he doesn't have this. Toasty bumped out of the way. Straight to Ian. Sidewall. Panda. One to Mike. Once again at full boost, and Constellation with little. He's fit it in. I think Ian may have owned gold. And Constellation knew they were in trouble as soon as one to Mike had full boost there. Ian. Oh, it is an own goal. And at bad timing as well. This game all evened up, and Constellation, that second goal is that one that really breaks through. I do believe that this team can win if they can get that second goal first. We need to find chances, and they're really going to need to find ways to stop Whoops Up from taking all the boost. Love is loving that boost control. There's a foot reset from Lev from the back corner. Ian, bit of a mistouch there. He does find the bump, but doesn't have Epskid or Lev behind him. Now a shot on. Station. Recovery mode. Lev, sidewall. When the mic will see this one away as Kid. Drop the ceiling. Toasty is waiting. Lev. With Toasty. Ian. Constellation. Finding a good amount of control in that midfield, but this is where they've been struggling. They struggled last game as well. They can control the midfield, but they haven't been able to get to offense as easily. And here again, they're getting pressed back. Whooped up, throwing everybody upfield, using up that boost and taking it as well. Constellation, while they may have that ball control before the midfield, they don't have it in the offensive zone. They don't have it. Shots to show for. Find more. 2 minutes to go. Whooped up, reminder. Came away from securing a top 32 spot. What a musty flick. Epskid. Oh, he almost got past two. That's the kind of brilliance I need to see. Lev. Perhaps he's been beat there by Panda. Whooped up, rolling. Unable to score. Now it's one to Mike. Over two. Where's that third defender? Nowhere to be seen. And that's the worry. The panic. It's the non-control in the midfield. It's like a mirage. Constellation may have the ball, but they don't have the offense. Little under 90 seconds. Come back once again. Been really the proving series here for Constellation. Now they've got to be able to not only prove it here in the series, so above and beyond, even when things have not gone their way. A team pinch, that one. Be stopped by Toasty, Hapskid. One to Mike, it's Lev and Ian and Vision. Leading game. One to Mike will get off the ceiling. Epskid. Toasty. And have it. Toasty for players to take over. Whoops up pub. Blocked by Lev. But again, time's running out. Constellation. Gotta find offensive. Gotta find a challenge here. Toasty gets through Heps, but it goes back to Ian. Can Lev find another breakthrough? But he's side flips. One to Mike. Doesn't hit it. Toasty stopped by Ian. The pub nearly able to end the series right there and then. But it's a counterattack. Constellation need something, anything to go their way. Lev flicked up high, won't be able to get it. The series is over. Constellation will be playing in the lower brackets. It's Whoops Up Pub who will be first to secure top 32. Constellation's run on this stream is not over just yet. 3-1 loss. Night is anything but over. For a match in round 6, they're going to be going straight to lowers. Means we might be waiting a little while. The pub. Good on them. Definitely plays the weaknesses of Constellation. And for Constellation, they've got a lot more. They've got a little bit more work to do to take in the top 32 tomorrow. Now, we'll be waiting in the bracket, but good chance it could be a match against Cobalt. Yeah, that would be Buffy and friends. That would be a tough team to play against. If you go to lower bracket, there are still some scary teams. Again, for now, we just have to play we just have to wait. We will wait a little bit longer here. Answers. Hold on. Our next match is going to be up here. Wait for all of you. Again. Shout out once again to Constellation for bringing me on here. Again, we'll wait a while here. We'll take a look at our bracket first, actually. Again, that's our upper bracket. Down just a little bit more. We're in this lower section here now, so fun. Not over just yet. Playing in that match down there with the loser of match Z. That gets reported here. Whoops Up Pub will go through, but the run for Constellation's not over. They'll be playing. Good likely chance they're playing the winner of KeffySB and Cobalt Esports. Gonna wait on full confirmation. But, yeah, we're going to be waiting a little while for that next match, so apologies to all of you. We're going to have to wait. But that's, you know, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you lose, you got to put that lower bracket, and sometimes you got to just wait for it. We're going to be waiting for our next match. Do that. We'll get updates to you as things are going on. The pub. And we'll be waiting in the lower brackets. It could be a very scary lower bracket here. KeffySB, Cobalt Esports are both waiting down. Teams that are going to be fun to play against. But again, good team. Zeetbonk's another good team. That's Aviator. Shocks and C Money. Again, we wait for confirmation, and on dates, we're going to be probably going to a prolonged break here. Apologies again that's the case, but that's what happens sometimes. Wait for those breaks. Be back with you guys shortly. Final match of the night to see if Constellation can make the top 32 and will be tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody, to RLCS 2025 North America Open number 1 Qualifier. Reminder again, this is day 2. We are waiting in that lower bracket for our final match of the evening. And I apologize on that. It's gonna happen sometimes when you lose this at this point, but we wait a little bit here. Here's an update for you all in the lower bracket. There you go. Constellation. Lower bracket, we have been given some updates. KeffySB against the winner of Yeetbonk and Dream there. So while we wait again on some updates, things underway in just a moment. Again, this is going to be a very, very long wait. We still have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you all an update on what's happening in that lower bracket. Again, we'll be waiting a little bit longer while the last 2 matches finish up, and we can get our match underway. Again, Constellation have been waiting for this series, so I can wait a little bit longer. But while we're at that, again, just wanted to give you all an update. And if you are wondering, can KeffySB a pretty good roster there? Kevin, Buffy, and Mist S. Heatbonk is another roster of Aviator, Shocks, E-Money, Dream, Geo, Patrick, and Ebb. Wait on these players. We'll wait on updates as soon as I can give you all the update on who's going to be playing against Constellation, I will. Now we're going to go back to a break. We'll be back very soon with our final match of the evening, lower round 6, and a chance for the top 32, the final chance for Constellation in this tournament. Apologies for the wait, everybody, but we are back in business for one more round of action. KeffySB will be our last match of the evening. What a night it has been here for the RLCS 2025 North America Open 1 qualification. This is for a spot 32. And this is it for both these teams. Lower bracket, you lose, and your run is over. So these players have got a lot that they're going to have to be ready for. Constellation has had so many matches tonight. They lost just recently. Whoops up. For KeffySB, their loss came earlier. They lost to North Point Esports. Round 6. This again is for qualification. You win, you go to the top 32. You lose, and your run is over. That's it for these teams. The stream as well. Confident, and I'm pretty confident in Constellation. This is definitely a team that they can beat, but again, made good runs before. Kevin on this roster is someone who has made it to the top 16 before. A very good player. We joined with Buffy. Also made, I think, a top 16 when I missed SB. So, very good roster full of very good players. Both these teams deserve to be in that top 32, but of course, with how the bracket forms, only one of them will see themselves get there. So, challenge now, obviously, to get to that point. Of course, this is where it's going to have to be done. It's another 5 matchup. This one is to determine who will be playing tomorrow. If Constellation wins, we'll be seeing them again. We'll be streaming their run tomorrow. If it is KeffySB who wins, then they'll be moving on. Constellation will be out of the qualifier. This is it here for both these teams. A battle to qualification. Pressure is well and truly on at this point for both these teams. Lower bracket, qualification now in your control, but knowing that you don't have that extra life anymore. This is where we're going to get to see really how this team can come together and finish out the night. Well, on games to in. Again, we'll wait on these players. We should get them in to get them to add us in any moment here. Both teams have just jumped on in, so we're gonna get this match started in just a moment. We had to wait a little while. We had to wait about an hour for this match, but hey, it's here. It's finally here. You got the wait. Doesn't have to happen any longer. We get to go straight into this. It's gonna be a great night. I'm excited for this, and excited as well. See what's happening here. In this lobby here. KeffySB and Constellation. Constellation and trying to make their run to the top 16. KeffySB in much the same. As 1 second, we might be having some slight issues here. So while we get things sorted out here, well, give us a moment. Teams are let's coordinate this lobby together. It's gonna take a little bit of time for that to happen. So happen again. Constellation or KeffySB. Last prediction poll of the day. The last match of the day. Very important one. Determine the run for both these teams and where they end up. We've been waiting patiently. I've been waiting patiently for this match. Happy that we get to see it here. So again, give us a moment. We're gonna get everything started up shortly here. So we're in. We're ready. And we're gonna get this match underway here again. KeffySB with Mist on, as well as Kevin. Buffy, who I guess is going by Q, by Buf tonight. That's Buffy, by the way. We're gonna call him Buffy because that's the name that he is known by. Having a little fun with a little bit of it. Yeah, that's definitely Buffy. Definitely gonna be a good match tonight here, as it is gonna be Constellation on the orange side for this one. So go another best of 5, the end of the day as we know it. Top 32 within grasp, but to get there, you need one win. This time, without a safety net for either side, it is lose and you're out. Constellation on the orange. Ian, Lev, and Hepskid have been waiting almost an hour for this match. Actually, they may have been waiting for even more than an hour by this point. KeffySB hot off of a 3-0 sweep win in their last series. An important match for both of these teams, and really for Constellation, game 1 here. I don't know if the focus obviously will be on getting a win early, but more importantly, it's going to be on getting warmed up. They have not had a match in over an hour, so Constellation just about getting themselves on the board, getting themselves comfortable once again. Momentum obviously that they had earlier completely gone by this point. And it's all about being able to warm up, able to counter this KeffySB roster, and again, if there's anyone to focus on, and I know of on this roster, it's going to be Kevin. We've seen him a ton of tournaments in the past here, so he's definitely a player that I think almost everybody out there knows. Fellow Pennsylvanian, so shout out as well. He'll be an interesting player to watch. Another really good one-point player, but well, he won't be able to help them there. It's Ian with goal 1. Constellation off to a great start as Kevin there making the mistakes. Just a bad first touch, just popped it in front, and all that space again. Constellation will, as I forgot to update the overlay, I will fix that soon. Another goal here. I'll quickly alt-tab out as in goes Buffy looking for an answer. Lev, hear this one away. Flip reset. Always ejected that one up into the sky. Now looking to get a bump on Mist. Eps. Round 1. Buffy in the midfield. He better be careful. And a bump coming in from Hepskid. Now it's Lev, Mist, SB. Time to work with as Hepskid. The offense going. For corner. Heps. Able to collect this one as up goes Lev. Gets over Buffy. Constellation still searching for an infield pass. They've got 1 goal, but as we know, 1 goal has not been the safe mark for Constellation tonight. This is a team that on average seems to be giving up at least a goal a game, so again, really more important for Constellation. And our first goal is going to be that second one. Lev, get things going. We'll get the bump on. Buffy is going to force this KeffySB roster to a little bit further. Constellation able to get that one out as Hepskid now. Kevin waiting in the back corner, but Constellation next to it. Heps leaving it to the midfield, but Buffy next to Ian has infield options, and Lev, he's gonna find him too! A bullet point pass, and Constellation finding the outplay as Lev waited, and Ian delivered, and it was a beautiful 1-2. Constellation now a 2-goal lead. Now we can hit our header. As Ian looking to make it 3! Saved away by Mist. This KeffySB roster, a handful here in this lower bracket. Constellation, very impressed with how this team's playing. I know that they had a scrim in between this one, but I did not think that they'd be this warmed up for this match, because even though teams can often get scrims before these matches, times they are still cold coming into this, because there isn't really anything that compares to the RLCS qualifiers. KeffySB again had to make a much longer lower bracket run to get to this point. Massive performance so far to, not be cold and not let KeffySB get that early upper hand because of that momentum. How fast these matches go. that advantage, getting that one up on your opponents. It's oftentimes kind of all it takes really to have the series going your way. It's only a best of 5, so these matches can go by so quickly. The early momentum can really mean everything for a match. Well, these teams are, good enough that shouldn't be a huge factor. It's still going to matter. KeffySB looking for an answer. Kevin on the air dribble bump, the dunk as well. And just like how we've seen Lev do this on a one-on-one chance, Kevin's pretty good at that too. Another top-level one-for-one player, probably even more accomplished than Lev is. And that's probably the last person you want to give the ball in that position. Dangerous player, Kevin. Really don't want to let him have another here as missed. The ceiling shot stopped by Lev. Ian will come in to take it away. Now with some life behind them here, KeffySB looking to bring the fire further into Constellation's half. Buffy, Ian, able to get that dribble, will keep things going. Away by Mist, but it's Hepskid who will go to that back corner. Able to get past Buffy. Constellation have to play solid defense here at the end of this game. Honestly, what's a good defense when you can just go upfield like that? Hepskid in the offense, causing a lot of havoc here as his KeffySB roster just throwing the ball ahead. They do not have offense right now, and time is nearly out. Lev to clear to let this end. It's actually going to stay up for one more play. KeffySB's got to go across the field. Constellation, Ian, first two. We'll hit this again. We'll hit this to the ground, and we'll give Constellation a one-game advantage. One game closer to being on this stream tomorrow. Play in the top 32. A little bit closer now. A little bit closer to that. To being able to play tomorrow. KeffySB. Gonna be a tough team to play against. But they've started off well here, Constellation. One step closer to being able to stand as part of the 32 best teams in North America. But the pressure's still here on them. They've got a lot of work to do. As Constellation's run, and for KeffySB, one of these two teams, their run's gonna end. Even more importantly here, for whoever can win this match, really only started here. This is only day 2 of the qualifier. Promise for all of you out there, it gets way tougher as we keep going. Day 3, though, would be a blank slate. Whoever wins this match, it's a Swiss bracket. Everybody's on even footing. Whoever can win this, they can forget about what happened earlier today. Focus on being able to play tomorrow on an even slate. Reset, whatever bad things happened. Come into tomorrow. Mindset that they will be at that top 16. Any of these teams could do it. Constellation would like to be there to have that chance. One game closer. So far tonight, they've won 2 games. They have not lost the series. We feel like the second game holds that same kind of meaning here against the KeffySB roster that cannot treat lightly. Now, just trying to find some offense. They're going to find a good amount of chaos here in front of the net. Mist will clear. Lev forward first. The reset has Heps in support. He's going to get over one. Mist is waiting. Ian will win the challenge, but not able to put the ball on the net. Constellation will go again. Midfield pass. Kevin with the cutout. Lev to the ceiling. Kevin then a meet. Great 50 challenge as well. KeffySB stalling Constellation, but not for long. Hepskid. Kevin removed from the play. Lev goes. Ian trying to bump out Mist. Constellation has to go again. Saves on the goal line here have kept KeffySB in game 2. Ian. Hepskid. Shirley. What a block for Mist SB. Back just in time. Constellation. Able to crack the code just yet here in game 2. Almost an overcommit. Hit the bar. Kevin saved away. Hepskid will be there for the clear. Constellation now getting their own little bit of treatment of chaos on their goal line. Again, they've got to go back. Buffy flicks it. No chance for Levy. Lost all the boost there. And KeffySB is going first as Lev missed all the pads and that big boost in the corner. Huge whiff. And it's KeffySB who's been given life in this game because of it. Constellation just trying to fight for more space here as Lev. Hepskid, oh, he's completely whiffed that shot. Constellation, with such a tight-knit game 1, starting to unravel a little bit here at the midway point of game 2. Again, with how long today's been, you have to think that it might be a bit of a fatigue for a lot of these players. Nights like these, always about being able to regain, being able to adapt, to adjust. Constellation's gonna need to prove that here. They've done it a couple times already tonight. But they've gotta find that stand-up player, and so often it has been Lev, and so often it has been Ian. Maybe it could be Hepslow! Kevin with the save! 2 minutes still to go. Constellation needs to put the ball in the back of the net. Lev, Heps, Kevin again just standing in the way. He has held KeffySB together. Another play, a demo! It's gonna go in. It's Hepskid's goal. Again, Kevin would have been there to block it. But this time, it's Lev who will take him out. It's Constellation who will finally get rid of the issue that has been plaguing them in game 2. That has been Kevin's defense. Constellation. This game's tied. There's still a lot more to go. Cool. Be that difference maker. Flip reset for Buffy. Constellation, everybody waiting back on that one. Now another chance for the back post, but he'll be waiting for it, and now he'll go across. Ian in space. Yes, the challenge now gets over 1, 2. Kevin's waiting. And KeffySB will look for the outplay as Hepskid. No boost, but a good challenge nonetheless. Constellation. For yet another outplay, it's Hepskid. Left in the midfield, Ian jumped as well. Everybody upfield here for Constellation. But it will not come back to hurt them, at least not yet. They still have ball possession as Lev off the corner. It's back from Buffy. Another player that frequents a lot of these weekly tournaments. He's not someone that's shy to play at a lot of smaller events. The name that you should get accustomed to in events like those, as Lev is now just gone for the free jump shot. We'll have to end up with a demo on missed as Buffy, Lev, finds the dunk nonetheless. Mist is not going to have an easy touch here. Gives Constellation more space to work with, but without actually hitting the net, it does not make a difference. Regulation nearing its end as Mist. Back corner, set up for Kevin. In will clear, Lev will help him out. Constellation. He just settled for overtime at this point. A pretty good track record so far tonight with overtime. 2-1 at this point. But they don't want it! They're not gonna get it! It's gone in! It's Ian at 0 seconds! And I didn't think there was a chance this would find the back of the net. Oh, you know why? It was Buffy was expecting the shot there. In front of the net, it never came. Constellation up 2-0. A surprising turn of events at 0 seconds. And Constellation now up 2-0 in the series without any overtime played. One game away from a 3-0 series sweep. The pressure is on KeffySB to come back, but for Constellation, it's right there in front of them. Day 3 is waiting. It's beckoning their name. And they're only one win away in the series. Now's their chance to do it. to escape day 2 in the lower bracket to move on to day 3. As Lev. The resets. Lev. Still going, Lev. Missed SB with the block. Another chance to come through. Buffy. It's by Lev. Ian's got to be careful as well as he's caught backtracking. Hepskid. Just going to go for net there. Lev was trying to take a piece of missed SB on that challenge. He'll have to grudgingly go back to defense. He's not very happy about it as he takes a piece out of Kevin. They're going to be having that battle all night, that's for sure. And Kevin has been a difficult player to deal with for Constellation in Game 1. You know they're going to be targeting him on those demos. Constellation and more so just they got to find ways to get that ball in front of the net and then in the net. Upfield pass for Lev. Heps back to Lev. When blocked by Kevin but without any boost. He can only do so much with this play. Ian. Long touch. Missed. Be there as and forcing him to go high instead of low. Actually going to go to Constellation's favor. They're going to hold this one as they bait in Buffy. Ian now to the back wall. This is going to waterfall down. In front to go, but no shot to have. Hepskid. Kevin. To clear away. Has missed. Ian. Lev. Right there for it, off the corner. Lev, second! It's just in front, still waiting. Ian now, surely. It's hit the top of the net and will go in. That ball's been very strict on what constitutes as a goal. It has not wanted to go in that blue net for the whole game, but Constellation have been asking too many questions. Again, looking for a second. Constellation. And only one game away. Lev looking for yet another incredible double tap attempt. Constellation. Lead now. Bearing down. An appearance on day 3 has missed. Lev. In jumped as well. It's going to be a double commit for Constellation. Not, but one that they will recover from. Hepskid, second touch. Buffy will play the defensive. KeffySB rushing any touch here. Time is still here. It's on their side, but maybe it won't be for long. Here goes the clear. Missed SB will get back. Buffy, Ian, off the corner. Missed SB is there. Hepskid. Miss, whiffed it. Kevin will be there to collect as Lev comes in for some more challenges. No demos made. SB will clear. Oh, it's Buffy. Lev with the return to sender. Missed SB just waiting. Gonna find any chance here for as KeffySB are seeing potentially elimination here tonight in losers round 6. Almost 4 hours straight of action for KeffySB. This could be it as welcome in Corporal Monkey Shines. 135 Esports streams coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. How did 135 Esports do? I know you guys had to go play in the lower bracket as well. Hopefully your match went well. Hopefully your night's been amazing, Corporal Monkey Shines. Everybody go follow him. He's an amazing person, a good friend. I've worked with him a ton. He's the coolest people out there. Don't know who he is? How dare you? But if you guys don't know who I am, I'm SweatyFC. We've got the Constellation team stream here. They themselves have been set to lower bracket, but are only one game away from taking on KeffySB and advancing to day 3. And they are now one step closer. 2 goals up. 73 seconds left. Constellation is knocking, is right there, right at the finish line. He's just gonna hold on for a little bit longer. Hepskid. Now Buffy. Ian. 50 is just left waiting in front as here goes Kevin. The fake. Hepskid's gonna be right there for it. A little bit of awkwardness here for Constellation. Can they recover? Buffy. Unable to put it in. Unable to make Constellation flinch. KeffySB will once again find themselves empty-handed. Now an infield pass. That connects! Missed SB's found the net. 36 seconds. Come on, Constellation. 36 seconds to hold on to this lead. And you will be top 32 bound. One step away. Constellation are just there, but they've got to hold on to this 1-goal lead like their life depends on it. For KeffySB, they've got to score because their life literally does depend on it. Missed. Hapskid. Ian. Kevin. Got space to work with. 10 seconds and counting. KeffySB will need one more chance, but can they make it happen? Missed SB. Buffy and Kevin are waiting there, but time has run out. Kevin will keep it up, but not for too much longer. Constellation just need to let this hit the ground. Ian to win the challenge, looking for the 50. He takes it. Constellation has made it to day 3 and will be in the Swiss bracket. Been a long night, almost 4 straight hours of Rocket League. But it's Constellation who have made it happen here. Marvo, the Swiss bracket, 32 teams fighting for 16 spots. And the fortunate thing here for Constellation, with that win, a field sweep by the way, hugely impressive. They will be able to be on even footing with all of the other teams in the bracket that have made it as well. What a performance. Constellation going up when they needed to. What a performance. What a night. And again, what a night. Top 32. It has been a long, long night. I know Penguin's gonna be happy there. He's the manager. He's in chat. Shoutouts to Penguin. Shoutouts to Constellation. They've made it happen. Shoutouts to Connor, by the way. .con, who didn't get the place tonight of the sub, but he's been talking with me as well during this night. I know he's been watching a lot of this. He's gotta be feeling pretty happy now. What a night it has been. 4 matches. That's it though. They're off to day 3. We'll be streaming that tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Stream continues. The run continues. Constellation still can make top 16 without... I never had any doubt in them. My goodness. What a night it has been for them. That bracket's not going to help us out very much. Whatever it is. There we go. Constellation 3-0 sweep. Just incredible. Just incredible. What a performance. I'm happy. I'm proud. Being the guy who could not be here for day 1. So happy for this team to make it through to day 3 on this stream. Again, the run continues. The excitement continues here. But I'm tired. It's been a long night. I need a nap. Here, to prepare for tomorrow. Again, reminder, as all the matches we saw tonight, good performance in Constellation. We're gonna get a raid out, though, and I have a friend that I know is live as well. So, let's go show some support to a friend of ours. Give us a moment while we raid going. Even live. I know for a fact that, again, there's a friend of mine that's live, so we're gonna go raid into them. It has been an incredible night for Rocket League action. It's gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be an incredible day tomorrow. Now, again, tonight. What an incredible night. Rocket League action. I'm gonna find a friend of mine. I know there's a friend of mine that's with Rocket League action. Tonight, I am excited for tomorrow. Top 32. I remember, last season being this kind of position as well. It's such a exciting, exhilarating position, but it is such a tough position to hold. Now, again, we're gonna get things going again. We're gonna get a raid to some friends of ours live. So, again, thank you all so much for joining the RLCS 2025 North American Open #1. Today was day 2 of the qualifiers. Join us tomorrow for more action as well. Day 3 of the qualifiers. Can Constellation make top 16? Of course they can, but we're going to see them do it tomorrow. Join us tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, everybody.